And when you walk yourself inside my crosshairs, I'm going to hug the trigger. And I'm going to drop you. You can't withhold this from me. When you have that, unstoppable. Unstoppable. And then when you have the model in your hand and you know exactly how you're going to perform with it, you have no idea. You have no idea the potential you have then. Every goal that you ever set, smashed. Every goal that you ever imagined within your reach, smashed. And you look around and think, man, I did not have high enough goals. This was too easy. This was too easy. But while you're going through it, it seems impossible. They're not doing it. So why are you taking other people's advice that aren't doing shit? If they're not doing better than you, they don't have any opinion on how to make you better. Cut it out. You want to be self-sufficient. You want to be able to make this money on your own. You don't want to listen to me. You don't want to listen to anybody else. You don't even want to be on social media. Fuck these people. You don't want to give a shit about what they say about you. You don't care. You don't give a shit if they see what house you live in. You don't give a shit what kind of car you drive, how much money you got in the fucking bank. You don't care about none of that because you're living your life. You're taking care of your family. If this fucking offends you, I don't give a shit. Move on down the fucking road because this is where the rubber meets the road, folks. No one's going to protect you. I can't protect you. You're going to fuck it up if you fuck it up and you did it in your own hands. But if you do the due diligence and say, I'm cutting all the bullshit out today. I'm cutting it all out. I got no excuses now. He said it. I got no excuses. It's there. It's in the charts every single day, every single week. This is the hardest, easy money you've ever made. And the only thing that complicates it is the person you see in the mirror. How long are you going to let that person in the reflection of that mirror hold you back? You think you look like that person in the reflection of that mirror. You don't. You don't. It's backwards. And it's not shocking when you think about how we think ass backwards. We think about things backwards because we don't think we deserve it. Bullshit. You deserve it. The fact that you're still listening to me, bloviate. You know you want it. You can fucking taste it. It's ready. It's within grasp. You know it's there. You just gotta keep digging. It's gonna happen for you. I have dozens other ones that I'm begging for them to come forward. New step. New spring in their step. Why? Because they don't need ICT no more. And guess what, baby? Woo! That's exactly what you do when you graduate. Fuck you, ICT. Thanks, brother. See ya. That's exactly how I want you to do. I don't want you tethered to me. I don't want you constantly tethered to me. I want you to say, thank you so much, but I ain't got time to be messing with you no more. I got things to do. Places to be. Boom. That's exactly how you leave the nest. That's it. We're done.
No, my bad. Was I muted? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now, boys and girls? You can't hear me now. Sorry, I had my shit muted. My bad. Tyler, you can stop blowing up my phone, please. Thanks, though. Good morning, guys. Sorry about that. My bad, my bad. I didn't see that I still had my microphone muted. We should be good. We should be good. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Hands up. Good morning, everybody. I'm not going to list through everybody's name again. But good morning, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope everybody is doing well. Surprise, surprise. We are live, chat. We got market open here in like 15 seconds. So let me go ahead and jump into the charts here. But yeah, hopefully everything should be good. Hopefully the audio is fixed and you guys can hear me loud and clear. All right, so jumping into today real quick. There's our market open. So we already are at our opening bell. Let me turn the audio down a little bit. And obviously today is the morning of FOMC. And my original plan was to go live in the afternoon and take the morning off. The reason that I'm live in the morning anyway is because I didn't realize, or I guess I forgot, that we have a shit ton of earnings today. I'll show you, boys and girls. So if you go to the earnings calendar for today, scroll to the top here. We got Google earnings at 4 o'clock. We got Microsoft earnings at 4 o'clock. We got Amazon earnings at 4:01. We got Meta earnings at 4 o'clock. And as of right this very second in time, there is no intended or no expected change in interest rates. So it is my opinion that it is very possible that we'll see maybe a little bit cleaner action in the morning as actually opposed to after FOMC. I could be wrong, but something just tells me with all these earnings reports looming with no interest rate change likely incoming, we could see a very slow, choppy post FOMC and maybe a little cleaner of a morning session. So that is the reason why I am live this morning. And if all obviously goes well, I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but it could be possible that this morning is also very slow. So I don't really have like extremely high expectations per se, but ideally would like to find something this morning and then, you know, potentially avoid the afternoon because of all these earnings that will be incoming. So yeah, this is kind of the thought process, boys. So I decided to go live this morning. Screw it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live, chat. We'll do it live. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's review where we're at quick. So, you know, we talked yesterday about how this daily candle closes could be important to what we do the rest of this week. And we didn't really get this inversion here on the daily per se. We don't have the same structure exactly on ES. I think ES looks a lot more, you know, ready to make that expansion move lower. If we drop down to the 4-hour here, you can see that we have traded up into this 4-hour imbalance. We still have not taken out that 990 new day opening gap from last week. And you can see prices pretty quickly expanding here towards that recent low and this low here. So that kind of looks like where we are headed. Drop back down to the 15. We tagged into this 4-hour here in London. So we'll see if London maybe wants to provide that manipulation for today's PO3, right? Maybe accumulation, manipulation, see New York distributing lower, which it already is doing. And we'll see if we can maybe find a continuation, boys. Is what I'm kind of hoping, feeling, thinking. Hoping, feeling, thinking. You know what I'm saying? That would be sick. That would be sick. Drop down to the 5 here. We'll watch it here on the 5, but yeah, I mean, really, as far as levels go, it's just recent low, 990, same, you know, kind of same draws really as yesterday in a way. Oops. Whoops. So we'll watch here. Yeah, man, this is already dumping, dude. Are you guys, is anybody already in shorts? Runtime error? How do I, Oh, I fixed that. Work. There you go. All right. All right. Here we go. Now we are all set. The recent low here on ES is actually really close to getting traded to already. Low on ES is 146. Dow Jones kind of close as well. But yeah, some of you guys might already be in shorts if you guys live in a different part of the world, or maybe if you were up at the butt crack of dawn, 2 in the morning this morning. Maybe you're already in shorts off that 4 hour. But yeah, man, I do think a continuation trade, if we could find one, would be absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Be patient, though. It is obviously still the morning of FOMC. So like I said, I don't want to be too gun-ho. I want to not chase this and take an entry that makes a lot of logical sense at the end of the day. So still going to try to do our best, boys. What's the poll in the chat got going on, though? Yeah, as expected, 46% bearish, 31% bullish. Bullish? Oh, my bad. It looks like I got a typo on the poll there. But most of the chat is feeling bearish today. All right, all right, all right. New all-time highs it is. No, I'm just kidding. I do usually skip the morning of FOMC. Yes, Dixner, that's correct. Yeah. But with all the earnings coming out later today, I mean, if you guys recall the previous FOMC, I don't remember what earnings we had that followed it. I'm using some recency bias here, but if you guys remember, if anybody can recall in the chat what the earnings was last FOMC, I don't even remember when the last FOMC was. Let me check. The previous FOMC was March 18th. I don't remember what the earnings was. There was a $1 trillion market cap earnings that day, and we had an unchanged FOMC Fed funds rate decision, and then it was the slowest FOMC. Didn't even end up taking anything. It was kind of null and void. So I don't know. I'm just kind of anticipating maybe that possibility again today, and that because we have so many earnings coming out later, that it could be poor even post FOMC today. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the FOMC morning is going to be dog shit, and then the after Fed funds rate decision will still be insanely good, I guess. I don't know. That's always possible, but I'm anticipating the potential opposite, but we'll see. Dr. Forex official is already in shorts. What's up, Monkeef? Good to see you, man. Want along the 1 hour FEG in this hourly. We want to, oh, it looks like we're just blowing right past it. We got, what, 20 minutes left on this hourly, though? 23 minutes? Yeah, no, I don't want a long, boys. I'm feeling more bearish, if anything. Personally. Especially off this 4 hour tag. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. Butt crack of the world. Meanwhile, it's just Europe. Live at FOMC? I don't know. Let's see how the morning goes. I'll tell you this. My ideal situation, we catch a banger this morning and we take the rest of the day off. But we'll see. I'm not going to make any promises. Playing it by ear. I also was kind of doing the same thing this morning. I mean, if we would have had like a decent move overnight, for example, I probably would have avoided this morning as well. But I thought it looked pretty decent this morning when I checked. So here we are. Yeah, Manny, same here. That's usually why I avoid the FOMC mornings. We'll see what today brings, man. We will see. But we're doing it live. Doing it live, boys. Watch this 15-minute close. The 5-minute, pretty aggressive retracement and big wick on this last 5-minute candle. Do have a 15-minute gap. Maybe going to be left. I don't know if we'll get back up there. 30 minutes, pretty efficient. 90-minute hourly. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the 4 hour. Somebody said the hourly gap before. I was looking at the 4 hour. I thought I was looking at the hourly when I said that. My bad. But yeah, we are hitting 1 hour inefficiencies here. So let's just 15-minute candle close. Move this over. After this displacement, we can expect pullback. After full back, we can short it again. What do I think? I mean, I'm thinking that that could be a possibility. Might just be what the doctor Forex ordered. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm trading the afternoon or not. We'll see. Game time decision, boys. It's going to kind of depend on how this morning goes. And I guess what we look like in the markets by the time the afternoon rolls around. You're thinking I might be thinking. Well, that just might be the thing. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking what I'm knowing, what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, what I'm hearing, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. And that could be the problem. Too much thinking. You know what I'm saying? Dow Jones, meanwhile, jumping off a cliff here. Dow Jones melting. Holy cow. Holy cow. Look at Dow Jones here. Just absolutely free falling. And we're free. Free falling. Would like to see break of the lows for nice SMT also for a long, I'm assuming, Manny, or hourly FEG. Right, we don't want any of that, Felix. That's the thing. That's the thing. There was a headline 5 hours ago from Trump. Iran can't get their act together. They don't know how to sign a non-nuclear deal, according to Trump. Dang, we're wicking back a lot, though, on this 15-minute on NQ. Yeah. You're saying if ES takes the low and NQ stays in the hourly gap, you like the longs. I mean, that is decent long logic, but they don't know what they're doing. That's the thing.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Unreal. Absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, we'll see how this 15-minute candle wants to close in 3 minutes. Obviously, not a great sign if this like wicks all the way back up and we see, you know, either just a huge wick to the downside or even like if this happens to somehow flip bullish by the time this candle closes. That's a little... But otherwise, like 5 minute here, we're trading up into a 5 minute bearish. 1 minute. Is this our... No, or not. That's not our first presented. This is actually our first presented here, technically. On the 1 minute. Which is supporting price at the moment. Yeah, Jerome Powell, Daddy Powell's last FOMC. Unreal. The changing of the tide. Wouldn't that be funny if, what's the guy that's coming in? Warsh? Wouldn't that be funny if he just also, like, didn't drop interest rates? I think that'd be kind of funny. Well, you know, I try my best, Felix. $15-minute close here in a minute. I'll just mark out this 5 minute. One minute bearish changing the state off this 5 minute gap fill. What's it gonna do? We're about 10 points off of the low on ES. More than you like Oreos? Oh, dude. I'm also a pretty big fan of Oreos. You gotta have milk, though. Oreos without milk is like ordering pizza without sauce and cheese. You're just left with dry bread. Can't have that. Can't have that. Man, this is holding here. But, Manny, I'm going to disagree with you for now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. But I want to see shorts. Oh, I want to see shorts. You know what I'm saying? Can we get them, though? I'm trying to be patient. Waiting. 15-minute candle just closed. Yeah, pretty fair. I mean, fair close. Still closed below the lows on NQ. Oh, boy. What's a guy like you doing in a place like this? Like, do we just play the first presented inversion? I'm trying to gauge this where I'd feel most confident with the entry. What's our risk look like here? Something like that, maybe? Oh, Dylan, am I ever aware of the massive earnings today? That was the first thing we discussed. Can't be late to class, Dylan. Dylan, you can't be late to class. Yeah, I'm glad I'm waiting on this. I don't want to enter off this 1 minute or even this like 1 minute breaker just because I didn't know if this was going to want to hold again. Make another drive up. So staying patient here. If we do see this kind of swing back down, I'd like to short off the inversion of this first presented gap. But staying safe on this one so far. I'm just shitting you, Dylan. But yes, big earnings today. Big earnings today. I don't know what that's going to want to do to like the post FOMC. Usually FOMC day, I like to take the morning off and then trade like during the press conference or like right after the press conference. But yeah, it's just when you got earnings like that after hours, like the closer you get to those events, like the choppier and slow and shittier it becomes, in my experience. So I just question if the morning will be better than the afternoon today, despite FOMC. Maybe it'll be fine, but we'll see when it comes. It'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. Yeah, Dow Jones is just dying here. ES looks like it's hanging on for dear life. 146 low. Very close. Had another 5-minute down close. Yeah, we might not get the move to the PM. That's totally possible. Totally possible. But yeah, we should see some pretty large, I would expect there to be some pretty decent volatility to come in with all those earnings. And then obviously going into like tomorrow, right? Tomorrow and Friday, yeah, I think we could maybe see some decent moves. Yeah, guys, I'm not in anything at the moment. Was framing up this potential short. Obviously, no confirmation here, so I'm not in this. It is working higher. I don't know if Manny's holding his longs, but the longs are working here in this internal range. There's a new high here. Obviously, SMT here. We'll see if it wants to do anything. Maybe he wants to come take out this opening range high, but yeah, I don't know. I guess your next level, if this really flips bullish, is that London high. We were looking at that London high that tagged the 4-hour gap as a potential manipulation, you know, in terms of our daily power of 3. But that would kind of void that if we go to that. There's the 15-minute gap tag, opening range gap swipe. This is like moment of truth here. Hang on, let me delete this. All right, it's 15-minute gap tag. Let's go to the 15-minute. 15-minute gap, 15-minute OB, opening range high sweep going into this macro. Moment of truth, boys. Let's see. Grab this. Oops. Moment of truth. What do we want to do? I guess it's not a true opening range high sweep as we are still in the opening range technically, I suppose. If I want to be correct. I would love if this would form some structure. Like, give us a series of down close candles, give us an up close, and then give us a closure below. Because right now, our change in the state on this, on the 1 minute, is all the way fucking down here. These are all up close candles. Unless I drop down to a 30-second. But yeah, I would love to get like a 1 minute confirmation entry off this 15. That'd be sick. 30-second. Here's what we look like on the 30-second. 1 minute, 2 minute. We'll see. See if ES, I don't know if ES was going to want to retrace a little bit here or not, or Dow. NQ is the one that really hasn't moved a whole lot yet. All right, my dream scenario is we close, up close, immediately like displace back down below it. And I can short the living piss out of it. If it goes, if it just keeps going higher, then I'm just wrong, and I'm avoiding probably doing anything right here. There we go, another new high. 6 minutes left here until the hourly close. How is this hourly candle gonna close, boys? Well, Felix, great question. The reason is because we are trapped between order flow. This is the 4 hour. My bearishness is coming off of this lower move being sponsored off this 4 hour gap. If you look at the 4 hour chart, does this look bullish or bearish to you? To me, it looks bearish. So why, and I say this with all due respect, why the fuck would I long a 1 minute bullish PD array when I think the higher time frame looks more bearish? Why the fuck would I do that? Hopefully that helps. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But I'd rather be wrong and not take a trade than be wrong and get fucked. You know what I'm saying? This would be the best case scenario for me. If I'm wrong, like, keep me safe. Don't form anything that's going to make me want to engage with it, and let it just go without me. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. 2 claps. Clap twice if you can hear me. You'll be wrong more once you're married, mate. Oh yeah. $2,600 away from payout with Apex. Nice. So wait, 2,600 away. On what size account? 2,600 away on like a 50K account would basically be like a brand new funded account, wouldn't it? So that's what I was asking. So I need to take only solid trades and absolutely respect my stops. Yeah. Manny, isn't that what we should be doing all the time though? Manny, shouldn't we be taking only solid trades and respecting our stops all the time, or no? Even though it's fun, I get it. Sometimes it's fun to take a couple, you know what I'm saying? Take a couple logo threes. Jack up some shots. Sometimes they fall, you know what I'm saying? It can be fun. I'm not going to say it's not. It can be fun. Jacking up Steph Curry threes from the logo, especially on an eval. That's when you let the turtle soups come out to party. Can I clap my cheeks on stream? Yeah. That'll be $3. Hourly candle is about to close, boys and girls, and yeah, hella rejection. Look at that. Hamana. We're still holding this 15-minute though. It's holding it. It's holding it. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say, don't go that away. 5-minute bullish. Do we just slap this 5-minute inversion? You know what I mean? Even just recent low is a 2R. See if it gives it 3-minute till close. Yeah, I just don't really like the 1 minute. I mean, now it looks good, but you know what I mean? If this 1 minute in the next couple of minutes just like flies all the way back up here, then the 5-minute would maybe still hold. So yeah, let's see if we can play this, man. Hopefully it doesn't just run away. But if it does wick back up and then close in here, then obviously I don't really want to touch this. But if we can get it, I like it. I like it. Can still get like a nice, depending on where the fill is, can still get a 2R here to just this recent low, which I like. But yeah, stop. I'm just thinking I'm going to use this 5-minute fair value gap candle where the inversion rests. See if I can get away with that 229 stop. 229, 230. What's the high of this candle? Yeah, 229 and a tick. Nice 5-minute rejection here so far on ES. We're kind of trapped though. Close in a minute. We'll see, man. I would really like to try to get, like, if it closes all the way down here, I'm not going to take that entry. I want to get something like right up in here somewhere. 190s. Oh. Uh-oh. All right, no closure there. Well, maybe we'll see it run. I don't know. I'm watching like ES here looks. It's a pretty strong rejection off that bullish gap here. So I don't know. But no trade entry for me yet. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't want to chase this either. But yeah, this is why I wanted to wait for the 5-minute. This is exactly, literally in the last like 30 seconds of that 5-minute candle, it goes from down here to all the way back into the gap and holds it with the body. So probably just stay patient here. Clear longs. I hate when people talk like that. It's so retarded, to be honest. Clear longs. Clear thoughts. Let me give you the final answer. If it doesn't go down, it'll go up. If it doesn't go up, it'll go down. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, and neither do I. Come on now. Come on. I only say that because, guys, it's just like it's just like sorry. Just a no. It's a pet peeve of. It's just a pet peeve of mine, boys. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if anybody else has that. It's just, God, when people talk like that, I just want to fucking. Pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 10:30, but I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like when I read stuff like that. Oh, I flipped a coin and it was head, so I went long and it worked. Told you. Sorry. All right, I'm done crashing out. Let's lock in. Let's lock in and watch this candle print. Are you a tropical weather person? I guess. Who doesn't like some tropical weather? Let me guess. Now you're going to be like, yeah, but what about hurricanes? I guess I did say make it a hurricane. That's on me. Coughing when I get in a trade? I cough when I get in a trade? I've been coughing like the last couple of weeks because I've had a little bit of a head cold. Otherwise, I guess I'm just having flashbacks to when I would go get high school sports physicals and my doctor would say, turn your head and cough. And he would apply pressure just suspiciously a little longer than I would have expected. You know what I mean? A little sus. I was like, Doc, does this usually take 15 minutes for just this one part of the exam? Also, aren't you supposed to be wearing gloves? All right, guys, I'm dropping the limit. Oh, hang on. Maybe I dropped it early. Hopefully I didn't. I'm dropping the limit at like 196.50. See if I can get this inversion a little bit better of a fill here. Get a little wick up and snag me. I'm being a little picky with the fill, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, it's clear something. It's either going up or it's going down. One of the two. All right, I'm in. I'm in there, guys. Let's see what happens. 5-minute inversion. Again, this whole idea is being sponsored by the fact that we're moving lower off a 4-hour bearish gap. So I like it. You know, we didn't invalidate any of the structure here to the left. It filled in all those gaps and still respecting. So I'm going to give this a try here in the 10 o'clock hour. See if we can get this moved down. Just going for the recent low. And whatever happens, happens, boys. You despise trading? We all despise trading. Listen, you're not a real trader if you don't have a love-hate relationship with it. Three booms, you got to break even. I give you a 5.
Boom! 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 Boom!
More than what you bargained for. I like it when people say look at ES as all 3 charts are quite literally right in front of me and being shared. Look at ES. It's mooning. Listen, let me just get the told you so's out of the way right now. I said if it doesn't go down, it's going to go where, boys? What did I say? What did I say if I said it didn't go down? Where is it going to go? Higher. Thank you. I'm going to get the told you so's out of the way right now. I told you so. But on the contrary, if it doesn't go up, it's going to go where, boys? That you guys are getting it. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are getting it right. If it doesn't go up, it goes down. If it doesn't go down, it goes up. That's right. That's right. God, I'm so proud of you boys. You guys are getting it. You guys are getting it. Yes, dude. Fuck yes, dude. Finally. The thing is like I try to explain this to people. Some people don't. You'd be surprised. Listen, you'd be surprised. Some people don't get it. Some people like they just like it goes. If it doesn't go down, it goes up. But if it doesn't go up, it goes down. And like the look sometimes people give me, I'm just like, what are you not getting? You know what I'm saying? What's not clocking to you here? Well, I'm glad you guys are getting it. Stop loss soon? Maybe, dude. Oh well. Shit happens. I'll have to prolong my course drop if the stop loss gets hit. No, don't do it. You respect that hourly opening price. You hear me? I do not want to see you get above that hourly opening price. You stay below it. No. No. Don't do it. No. No. Not like this. Doesn't look good. Ugh. Oh no. All right, stop though. Stop though, boys. Good news though. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it.
You're going to do it wrong. You're going to have transactions that don't pan out, that are profitable. And it doesn't mean you can't trade. It doesn't mean that your system's flawed. It doesn't mean that you won't eventually become long-term consistent. It just means that individual decision didn't pan out for you. And that's okay. That's one of the main takeaways I want you to understand.
It's okay. Well, all right. 5-minute candle is about to close here, and I think reclaim the gap. I guess we'll see. Trade the opposite of me. I hope people do that, to be honest. How come those comments always pop up whenever I take a loss? Whenever I take a win, it's like, W, bro. Same trade. Eugene. Eugene, why you gotta be like that, dude? Do your friends call you Eugene, or they call you Gene? Oh, Eugene. But yeah, stopped out, boys. Stopped out on that. I'm just watching. I don't. I'm just watching to see what this does. This would be heartbreaking if it like top ticked my stop again today, and then like sells off. Yeah, usually the people that get all mad about like, why would you be mad at me taking a loss unless you were copy trading? You know what I mean? Don't copy trade, boys. You shouldn't copy trade anybody. I took the trade that I liked. Not everybody in the chat agreed with it, but 4 hour looked bearish to me. To me, we confirmed on the lower time frames using the 5 minute that we could be ready to go lower. So I took a try at it. Didn't pan out. Plan followed. Risk managed. If it doesn't go down, it'll go up. Welcome to trading. I had fun though. It was fun. And that's what, you know, that's what matters, boys. It's not always about winning the championship. Sometimes you got to just have fun. Just kidding. We ain't into participation trophies around here. But no, it was fun. It was fun. Good trade. I feel like I said, I think I followed my plan. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, man. But looking at like the 15-minute here on NASDAQ, like kind of just a little bit two different stories here. ES leaving this recent low. Obviously, Dow Jones had a much deeper, here if I'll pull this over, much deeper retracement off the open. You know, I kind of liked the idea of us holding this range at like OTE on ES as well. And I was like extremely patient with NQ. I felt like, you know. Thought we could get like OTE retracement and then see price maybe come take out these recent lows, equal lows, but obviously not. Yeah. But now looking at like the overnight sessions here, right? My whole philosophy today was that this was going to be accumulation manipulated in London and then distribute lower in New York. Clearly that thesis, you know, if we go up here, that's not correct. So I don't mark London wrong. I just don't use the whole London session. I just use this London kill zone. When does London session officially end? Is it, I think it's 11? I forget. Is it 10 or 11? I mean, that's why most people trade the, I mean, that's why like New York opening bell is the most high volatile session because you got the New York London overlap, the two high volume sessions of the day. 10 a.m. Are you sure? I thought it maybe was 11. Is it not 11? I think it might be 11. for London. Like the full session. Well, I thought the crossover was like 2 hours long. But then again, New York session starts based off of... The actual New York session is 8. So 8 to 10 could be that window. Let me just ask. I used to have these more down pat when I traded Forex. Um, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, haha. It is the 11 o'clock hour. I thought it was 11 though. There's Google's telling me 11:30. Nemo, what's up, Nemo? Nemo, where the hell have you been? Forex Factory will tell you? Where? Oh, scroll down a little bit. Oh, it says 12. This says 12. So everybody in the chat was wrong, and me. Everybody's wrong. We're all wrong. We're all a bunch of noobs here. Nobody has London session memorized. That's cool. Yeah, I forgot that was on there, Nemo. Heck yeah. But yeah, I will say this. I will say, obviously, with this trading above all of this, I mean, I would be hard-pressed to think that London high is probably the draw. Right? Oops. At least in a perfect world, that's what you'd expect, right? Another short? No. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. No, I took my short. I gave it one try here. And this hourly is just obviously going the complete opposite direction, so. It's looking more so like NQ was the liar today. The last couple of days, it was like NQ was the liar, and then it ended up kind of getting on board with whatever ES and Dow was doing. Today, it's more so the opposite. You see ES and, well, Dow's not really doing a whole lot, but ES is more so getting on board now with what NQ is doing today. But I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, boys. I'm man enough to admit it. They got me. They got me today.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
This one's my ultimate favorite, though.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I lied. This one actually is.
Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect. I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. 10:30. 10:30, so just close another 15. Yeah, I mean, it looks bullish. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap to you. I ain't gonna cap to you about it. She looks bullish if I'm reading this chart. Yeah, like I said, man, FOMC, I don't know today. I really don't know. I'm gonna play it by ear a little bit. I'm not gonna promise that I'm going to trade it. I'm not going to promise that I won't. It's just with the earnings today, for those of you guys that are joining late and maybe didn't hear this at the beginning of stream, like the main thing today for me isn't even the FOMC. The main thing for me today is the earnings, like Google at 4, Microsoft at 4, Amazon at 4, Meta at 4. Like, oh my gosh, boys. Earnings galore today, all after hours. So, like, I mean, you guys know, like, take FOMC out of the equation today. Every time there's earnings like this, even if it's just one company, let alone 4, usually the afternoon just gets extremely range bound, choppy, slow, etc., because it's anticipating all those earnings. And you know, I don't know if the interest rates come out unchanged again, which it seems like that's going to be the case. Is it going to just be like that this afternoon? You know, so I was kind of leaning more so on the idea that perhaps the morning could give a little bit better opportunity compared to the afternoon. Obviously, I generally try to avoid the FOMC morning, but I just kind of felt like today was a unique scenario. Oops. Yeah, I did not quite get back to this 5-minute, did it? Oops. But yeah, man, so the, you know, if I'll just show you guys this other, I'll show you my top monitor here. The only SMT that we really had to go off of as I'm watching this price play out, right, I'm looking at these external lows. This is the 4-hour time frames on Dow, ES, NQ, right? Obviously, this was the beginning of that thought process. 4-hour wanting to see move to new lows. ES, same thing. Neither one of them go get this low, but we see Dow Jones swipes the low here on this 4-hour. So there's the SMT that you could have been viewing as relevant. But yeah, I really wanted to see this 4-hour sponsor a new low on either ES or NQ prior to returning back to this high. Is what it is. Hopefully that makes sense though. No trades to FOMC. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see how this morning goes. I want to, you know, stick around, see what 11 a.m. macro looks like. After, I mean, once it gets to like lunchtime, I would say probably just wait until after the Fed funds rate, wait till the press conference starts, and then generally post FOMC trading, if there's a good opportunity, it happens generally like 15, 30 minutes or so after the press conference starts. So, but yeah, really it's just see if we get like a move off of 10 or 11 a.m. macro, and then probably just go touch some grass, eat some lunch, hop off for a bit. Yeah, I might stream PM. We'll see. I'm gonna play it by ear. I just kind of want to see like what we look like. You know, if like if the Fed fund rate, it's gonna come out probably unchanged. You know, and I would go back. Like should we just go do this? Should we just go take a peek back? Our previous FOMC, March 18th. Let's go back here. March 18th. Here we go. Take this off. March 18th. I don't think this is the one I was referring to with the maybe it was. I can't remember. We had earnings though with either the last one or the one before, and it was just dog shit awful. 18. Here we go. Let's see here. Yeah, so this was March 18th. 2 o'clock candle here. So we ended up just getting this move down. I don't know if this was the one or not that had earnings. Nobody in the chat seemed to remember either. But yeah, we did end up getting a nice, I mean, this was like, I'm already like forgetting what happened month to month. Does that mean I'm getting old? But yeah, nice sell side here. Get the move down. If we did have earnings, which I don't remember if we did or not, gets the final move to this low here. Previous FOMC. So during the morning, we got a sell-off into open. In the morning, it was really choppy. So this is the hourly candles, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11, 12, 1. This is where the press conference starts after the rate decision. And we see price sell. And then we did not have one in February. January 28th. Oh, boy. January 28th. Yeah, so I think January 28th, let's see what happened. Yeah, so we were unchanged. Our last rate cut was December. We dropped by 0.25%. January, March, both unchanged. And I think the earnings, it must have been on the March one. But yeah, here is 29th, 28th at 4. It's 28th, right? Yeah. 12, 1, 2. So we don't really get anything at all. 2 p.m. here. This is our FOMC. Literally look at this hourly candle. This is the FOMC range for 2 p.m. Here's 3. And then, yeah, this looks like an earnings candle to me. Maybe I had my FOMCs wrong, but boom. All of a sudden, 4 o'clock comes in. Huge wick to the downside. Ends up closing super bullish. Like, this is kind of what I'm anticipating as a possibility for today, is like FOMC, post FOMC kind of looks like this, like a really tight hourly range with not a lot of great opportunity. And then all these earnings are going to come out, and then we're going to see an explosion of volatility, right? So that's kind of the thought process of what we could see today. And then obviously the next day, right, following that, here is 9 a.m., which includes opening bell. And this just takes a dive, bro. 9, 10 o'clock, huge sell-off the following day. And then that's kind of, obviously, this is the beginning of the year when we had that first kind of big retracement, right? This is what started it. This is what started that big retracement. Right? And then we've kind of been rallying back ever since, right? Since, where was our low put in? March 30th. Is that the low? So. Yeah, we're gonna miss Jerome Powell, though, aren't we, man? A lot of us traders grew up with. We grew up on Jerome Powell, man. Come on. Yeah, we'll see what the new guy's all about, man. Kevin Warsh, I think is his name. Who knows, dude? Who knows? The entire system's corrupt. The entire system is just absolutely... We're all fucked. Is it crazy? That's honestly where I'm at with our political situation, with our economic situation. It just feels like if you're a United States citizen, like it just feels like we're all getting shafted, bro. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Opinion on the new Fed. I don't really have an opinion, to be honest, about him. We watched a little bit of his testimony. If you guys remember, I forget when that was, like a week or two ago. He was testifying. So we watched a little bit of that, but I don't really have an opinion on him. I mean, I didn't really have an opinion on Jerome Powell. I'm not like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't deem myself some sort of like economics expert. There's a lot of people that are of the opinion that he did a great job, and you know, I'm not an expert necessarily on the Federal Reserve. I just think, I mean, I think the entire Federal Reserve, I think the entire system of monetary policy is a total sham, personally. You know, we're $39 trillion in debt. We print money out of thin air. Nothing is backed by anything. You know, anything could happen. Any crash could happen. I mean, look at 2008. You know, everyone's going to get bailed out. Like, the only people that get hurt generally are, you know, not the people in power. So it's, I just think the whole system is, you know, is Jerome Powell, is the Fed of the chair even in control of any of this shit? Or is he just a puppet like I think the president is a puppet at this point. It's all theatrics for us to be able to sit here and think we're arguing about stuff that matters when it doesn't. And, and yeah, man, it's kind of where I'm at. I've become super cynical of the entire system, boys. But I kind of feel like, dude, if you're going to be a day trader, how are you going to not be cynical? Like, how do you sit here and you observe all this manipulation in the markets? You know, especially like if you've been around just like following markets to some degree for, you know, 5+ years, like it's undeniable. It's so undeniable that this shit is manipulated and controlled, and you know, and I think the insider trading is only just one factor that points to that without any doubt. Crazy, you know? But it was always fun hearing his speeches. Good afternoon, purple tie, market tanks. Jerome Powell, man. What has it been, 8 years or something like that? 8 years, I want to say. So, yeah, I mean, literally all of us, I don't know, has anybody in the chat been trading for more than 8 years? I haven't been trading for 8 years. So, yeah, he's been the Fed of the chair, or the chair of the Fed. The Fed of the chair. The chair of the Fed since I've been trading. Yeah, how many? Who's the longest tenured trader in the chat? Who's got the best, or who's got the highest number of years trading so far? And I'm talking like leverage trading. Like I'm not counting like you put some money into some stocks or something and you just kind of let them sit there. I'm talking like legit, either futures, maybe Forex. I guess you could say options as well, you know. 8 years ago, you started playing Fortnite? Mag says going on 9 years. Been trading since 2019, says Manny. Been trading since 2005? Futures trading channel? Actually, 2005. That's a long time. Dude, what was I? 2005? Dang, bro. A long time ago. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's 21 years ago. Crazy if true. 3 years, 9 years. Trade since 45. You saw me coming out on TikTok? Yeah, I came out on TikTok. I think, what was that, 22 or 23? Something like that. 23, I think. Mid 2020. Penny stocks with Robinhood back in 2017. So you're coming up on a, well, penny, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I started doing stuff with crypto in like 2017 a little bit, but not anything super serious. Yeah, the first time I heard about ICT was technically, yeah, I think 2017 was when I first heard ICT's name. When I had my buddy that was in his private group back then. But I wasn't even like, trading wasn't really super on my radar at that point. I remember the first time I saw a chart, like, and somebody was trying to explain to me a Forex chart. I'm looking at it and I'm like, God, that looks confusing. You know what I mean? Like, you guys remember the first time you saw a trading chart and you didn't even know what a candle meant? And then like the first time somebody told you that, hey, you know, a 5-minute chart means that one candle equals 5 minutes of time passed and what price did in that time frame. And like, I remember being like so mind blown by that. I'm like, oh, now I get it. Oh, I know trading. How are you shorting? What a retarded question. How dare you? How dare you say that? No, I'm just kidding. I'll repeat myself for the 18th time, though. ES and NQ. We had 4-hour gap fills sponsoring what I felt like could be a lower move to a new low. So that is how I was shorting. Yeah. That's how I was shorting. Even like if we go to, oh shit, look at ES here, just another confluence you could have maybe been using was the fact that this 4-hour, this is ES right here, 4-hour bearish gap, bang. We even inversed a 4-hour bullish gap, didn't we? Yes, we did. Equal lows. See, that's how I was shorting. Hopefully that helps. Sorry it didn't go to all-time lows. I'm just as disappointed as you. TP Smash, thanks for your stop. Lies. Capping. Unless you did it live in front of everybody, nobody believes you. I need to get like a little Peter Griffin laughing sound from my meme deck. God. You know what? I love when the chat tries rage baiting me and then I try to rage bait him back. You know, it's got good little back and forth we got going here, boys. But we're all pretty toxic, aren't we? We're all pretty toxic, aren't we? Guys, why do we got to be like this? Coach is right. If we want to win this, it's on us. Guys, we could just, you know what I'm saying? What if we took a stand together as a chat? You, me, and the other 410 people in here. What if we did? What if we took a stand and we said, no more toxicity in the trading space. We're going to turn over a new leaf and we're going to make this space what it should have been all along. What if? You guys imagine that for a moment? What could life look like? In a world where retail traders team up with one another instead of tear each other down. You know, guys, that's what the market makers want. They want us pitted against each other. When really, it's us against them, isn't it? Yeah. It's us against the market makers. It's us against the prop firms. It's us against the world, isn't it? And what do? We cannibalize each other, go at each other's throats every 5 minutes. And for what? To make you feel better about the count that you blew? It doesn't give you your account back, does it? No, it doesn't. The account's gone either way. And now you feel worse about yourself. Because now you're letting the market bring out that ugly side of you. You know the one. And you're better than that. I think you're better than that. So, I hope this message finds you well. And you'll consider it. In God's name we pray. Open the Discord. All right, let me open the Discord. I don't see it. Open the Discord so you can send it, and then I'm going to keep deleting it and say, I don't know what you're talking about. Give you 1 minute logging in. All right, too late. Out of time. I checked the Discord when you said check the Discord. Now you're wasting my time. And we're right back to toxic. God dang it. Right back to toxic. No, I mean, some people in the chat were long. Some people in the chat like the longs. It is what it is, dude. Congratulations. It is what it is. Congratulations. And you know what? That's always better than copy trading someone and then being mad at them because it was a loss. So I respect it, boys. I respect it. Do I wish you were wrong and I was right? Yes. But hey, sometimes that's going to happen. Oh, I love you too. Aw, see? See, guys? See what happens when we cut out the toxicity? There's love to be found on these charts and chats. It's out there. Love the longs, just didn't get the fill. You didn't get the fill on the longs? Really? Yeah, man. So my long, like, let's just say if I was painting a scenario for where I would have thought longs made sense, would have been probably off this 15-minute close. At least for me, right? I mean, everybody views the market a little different. So for me, I was seeing at 10 o'clock that this was still holding. And then we got, obviously, this ended up being just a wick back down. But like at the moment, or at the time, this was looking like some pretty hefty displacement down off this OB, off this 15-minute gap. But obviously, once this 15-minute does this, I mean, that is extremely, like, all of this is invalidated. And, I mean, that's just a very bullish closure. So, going into 10, this is 10:30, yeah. So, we do get a little retracement. I did have this 5-minute gap we're keeping an eye on, but this didn't get tagged either. Perhaps it will before London. I don't know. But let's see. Yeah, you pretty much would have had to take like this 1 minute FEG or closure above here. These are sometimes the continuation trades that we try to catch. Like if a move that we're trying to be a part of is running away. At least this is where I look to try to do it. Is I'm not one for like institutional order flow entry drills, which is basically like price pulling back after making a move towards your draw. The very first pullback into an FEG, I don't like taking those if I'm being honest, because I just don't trust them. But what I will trust is the OB that forms off of it. And it's an order block because it accomplished something, which was filling an imbalance. If you guys are trading order blocks, they should accomplish something, right? Liquidity sweep, fill an imbalance, etc. And then that is when you can try to play those, you know, for continuations. So like, you know, it could have entered off the execution here. Obviously, if you wanted this fill right there off like the retest of that price, you probably got left behind. But like that would have been the logic with a continuation like that. But yeah, those are sometimes good trades, but obviously, yeah, I was just offside this morning. It's really no other way to put it other than that, right? Wanted to see lower, and then we just got expansion higher, and I wasn't really too interested in trying to flip my, you know, my willingness to engage for higher there. Yes, ISIS. I'll one more time. I'm not breaking it down again. I'll break it down. Uno más. Uno más. All right. Here's my top monitor. Here are the 4-hour time frames. Dow on the left, ES in the middle, NQ here on the right. 4-hour. During London kill zone, we pushed up into this bearish fair value gap. And as we're coming into market open, we see price starting to expand lower off of this. Same with ES. ES actually filled the gap. So if anything, I felt like NQ was the weaker asset as well, which was good if I'm looking for shorts. And then I was expecting NQ or ES, one of these two, to make it to this external low. 146 on ES or 27,009 on NQ. So I was just expecting this 4-hour to sponsor a new low before we come back to the 4-hour high. And what ended up happening, unfortunately, is that Dow Jones ended up making it to this swing low here, creating an SMT. It's a little bit messy because this low is like all the way down here, right? On ES and NQ. But nonetheless, like I was just expecting order flow on a higher time frame perspective to, I just wanted to be in alignment with that. You know, but obviously if I were to just drop down a time frame, let me go to the 1 hour. Oops. Let me go to the 1 hour here. So this is the logic that some people were using for the longs. And like I said, it's not bad logic. It's reasonable logic, right? I was just banking on the 4-hour to overpower the 1 hour. Didn't happen today, but yeah, 1 hour FEG that we tag into here. And then obviously the 9 a.m. candle does wick back awfully strong on NQ, but I was kind of using a little recency bias, thinking back that like, okay, well, if I delete, like forget this 10 a.m. candle for a second here on ES, this hourly candle on ES closed still below this previous hourly low, right? So looking pretty strong. Same with Dow Jones. Like Dow Jones at that time was like nuking, right? So I'm like, okay, last couple of days, we've kind of seen this happen and we've seen NQ end up catching back up with like ES leading the way. And today, you know, we're just kind of seeing the other asset end up kind of being the leader here. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But I would, you know, I defend the trade I took. I really don't feel that bad about it. Like, there was logic in it for me. I was extremely patient. I waited for 5 and 15 minute confirmation before I even pressed the button. So, yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it personally. I've definitely taken worse losses. Let me put it that way. I've definitely taken worse losses that I cannot really explain as well, if that makes sense. Which I'm sure it does to many of you. As long as you can defend the trade, I think you're doing all right. It's the only time you're running into problems is when you start taking trades where it's like, if you were in front of a jury and you were trying to defend the trades you took. You guys know when you guys like go on tilt and you just start chasing everything on a 1 minute chart and you're just looking back like, oh my God, that was so stupid. Those are the ones, if you can cut those out of your trading, you're going to be, I mean, you're way ahead of so many traders just by doing that alone. Cause that's really where that's where most accounts go to die is no higher time frame, really narrative, you know, building the lower time frame ideas, and it's just like, you know, chasing price around all day. Yeah, maybe we'll go live for FOMC. We'll see, man. I just don't want to say yes, I'll definitely be live, and then I don't go live. I would just say stay in the Discord. Hop in the Discord if you're not already in there, but keep an eye out on the Discord. I will definitely drop the live in there if I do go live. But yeah, I'm just going to play it by ear. Cause obviously, again, to go back to like what we were looking at on January, what was it? 28th. We'll take one more peek down memory lane, chat. One more peek. Where's January 28th here? If this is what we end up getting, I'm using January 28th because this is FOMC, and this is what we did with earnings after FOMC. Today we have earnings, $4 trillion market cap companies with earnings at 4 o'clock after FOMC. So, you know, if our FOMC today ends up looking like a tight hourly range like this, none of us want to be trading in that, right? We don't, like, it's not going to be good. You're not going to get good delivery if this is what we get, right? And then you're just going to be sitting there, and then when earnings come out, you're just going to see an explosion of volatility. You'll probably see manipulation, and then we'll see the real move come in after that and or tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, ICT didn't have a bias. Yeah. I mean, if you go to this hourly, it's not like the hourly is like, you know, it's not like we've really made it a big expansion anywhere. We've just kind of traded the overnight range this morning, and we're kind of just chilling. The question is, boys, are we going to get this London high, right? Because now, with the previous hourly looking how it looks, you would think that the trade idea that would make the most sense would be a retracement followed by continuation to these equal highs that were left. Where is, if I just anchor the fib all the way to like the low, that'd be pretty deep. This is rebalanced, so it really should be good here. But yeah, if this does just kind of flip up here and go snag the London high from last night, this is the London high from yesterday at 378. Then might be a little different story. I don't know. I mean, could maybe even like if this does just hold this gap here on the 5, run up here. I don't know, boys. But what would this look like if we just left the limit here? I'm looking at ES. I see it. It's on my screen. It's right above my camera here. I see it, dude. I know. I'm looking at Dow Jones right below it, and that's about to push through a whole new low here. Here's what I'm thinking though is what's most likely to happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that we take out this 4-hour high, these equal highs that are left on NQ. We're gonna have a bearish SMT with that high, with ES, and then maybe we're ready to go lower. Take on liquidity purge and revert. Yeah, I mean that's literally what we look for. I mean, we're looking for liquidity sweeps and then a reversals, reversals off those liquidity sweeps. That's literally where every trade idea kind of stems from. You know what else could maybe also happen here is what if ES takes out the 4-hour low from 146 that we were eyeing up, and then we have bullish SMT, and then NQ runs for this London high. Oh man, fuck, we're coming down fast, aren't we? We are coming down so fast. Holy shit. 15-minute gap tag here on on NQ right there. Literally NQ right there. 15-minute. Yeah, boys, I'm putting the limit on. I'm gonna give this a go if we get picked up at 618. I like all these relative equal highs left on the 1 minute as well. Let's give it a shot, man. And then, yeah, these are the hourly candles. Previous hourly high not rated. We're retracing. We're getting an immediate rebalance here. Dow just swiped the low. All right, I'm filled there. If this gets blown out, I'm going to do the same thing to my brains. Just kidding, not really. Oops. See, this 5-minute wants to close. Early thought process here would be hopefully we don't inverse this 5-minute gap. If we do, this is going to start to make me feel a little uncomfortable. But yeah, it would be 5-minute bearish gap. Like if we can respect here and pull back up into here, I'll probably go break even as early as that. All right, we just pierced it on NQ E-mini. I'm going break even. So yeah, if I'm wrong and this is bearish, I would kind of anticipate them to maybe hold this for lower. So that's why I'm going break even here. If we could run through it, that'd be sweet. Thanks you. Thanks you. Nala, thank you, Nala. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm break even on the long attempt here. Let's find out what happens, man. I'm break even here. If we do go lower, I think this is a good spot for it to go lower. So that's why I want to protect. Peace out, Hudson. We do have SMT with the low with Dow Jones. But yeah, I also am a little weary of those lows here on ES 146. Oh, I hope we don't wick too much. That's not a good sign. I don't like the 1 minute, boys. This has to hold right here, or we're screwed. Hold that 1 minute. No, I'm not gonna take 1-to-1. The draw is these equal highs if this trade is right. I like that close on the 1. Here we go. I like that close on the 1, chat. Can we continue? 1 minute gap held. 1 minute closure above this down close body. Let's see. basically at mid gap here. Holding mid gap. Yeah, leasing. Because it's just because of the earnings today. The earnings, I think FOMC afternoon could be slow and poor. That's not to say that I think this morning is like amazing or anything, but I think it's had a better chance than this afternoon. We'll see, boys. I mean, yeah, it's really a moment of truth right now. If we're bearish, I think we hold this. If we see a shift lower below here, I do think lower makes sense. Got to see this push through here. If we can get above this 5 minute, we're so good. Oops. The chat is quiet, aren't they? Yeah. Everyone's waiting. I'm not going to celebrate too early. I mean, I'm glad that we're risk-free on this, but yeah, I don't, obviously I was bearish to begin the day, so like anything could happen. Wicking this gap, man, damn. Or wicking the midpoint. Humana. But if it does work out, man, really beautiful OTE, 15-minute gap, 8:30 opening price, like base. I mean, I wouldn't call it a bottom tick, but damn close. Thank you, Erwin. Erwin, we can't celebrate too early yet. Hold the comments until we hit TP. Then we can take our victory lap. We are not out of this though. All right, here's our 5-minute gap fill. Five-minute candle closes in 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, worst thing that could happen to me is I get trailed out in profit here at this point. Obviously, would like TP, but yeah, that looks fuck. I want to talk about displacement shit. Please, Wick. Five-minute candle closes in a minute. Four-minute gap tap. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Literally perfect 5-minute gap fill, and that reaction was... I think there's a little 5-minute gap too, a little bit lower. Little one. Hey, get up there. Get going. New York midnight. Jeez. What's going on here? What's going on in here? Breakfast. Hey, get going. Dirty little sloot. Wasn't like, still wasn't the best 5-minute close. Now we're taking out previous 15-minute candle high. Push, 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 push. Oof. All right, guys. I'm going to partial too because I'm a bitch. No other really reason than that. 11:30. Wow. Oh God. Closed good. Dow Jones is pushing lower. ES looks like it's almost ready to die. On the 5-minute. Let me get my spoof order up here. Piss off Eugene. Oh, I forgot about Eugene. Eugene. I might just trail this stop up here. We already wicked down. We don't need to keep wicking down. You know what I mean, chat? Five-minute candle about to close. Can we inverse the gap? Can we get up? Can we get up? 3, 2, 1. Yes. 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 Me like it a lot. Keep going. Don't stop. 5-minute FEG up here as well. Don't stop. Please keep it going higher, please. Please, Nasdaq, please. Will you keep going to the upper side, please? Me don't like it when you slow down. Combine all ICT's concepts. Feels overwhelming for sure. Do you have a system and rules to combine them or no? I don't use, first of all, I don't use all of them. I mean, I use many of them, but I don't use all of them. My main things are premium discount, power of 3. Honestly, it's kind of the main, and then time. Time is an element that I utilize, like, I mean, that's pretty much a mainstay for me. I need an element of time. I'm just gonna keep trailing this up here. Hopefully no scam wicks scam me. But yeah, otherwise, like, I'll be honest with you boys, I don't really use like regular trading hours, gap, constant. I don't fucking draw quadrants on everything, you know. It's just too much shit for me. Like, and then when I'm like smooth versus jagged, you know what I mean? Pretty easy liquidity pools to target. And I'm always trying to build a narrative off the higher time frame. In this exact trade scenario, I think that that we have a chance at running the 4-hour equal highs before the equal lows. But, you know, we're also morning of FOMC, so like it's not like the conditions would be like more ideal than like any other day when this isn't the case, if that makes sense. But it just kind of depends. Not every day's. Sometimes conditions are shit, and it doesn't really matter what your logic is. It's just not the greatest day. And then other days when the conditions are great, like everything works perfect. But yeah, just don't overcomplicate it too much. Find something that makes sense for you. What I've found is like, all right, if we're sponsoring a move out of a higher time frame PD array, like the probabilities of my lower time frames in like a macro playing out is super high. And that's what I try to focus on. Usually if I get it wrong on the lower time frames, it's because I'm fading something on the higher time frames. Or we're just in one of those poor condition days. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you don't need everything. You just need a couple things. You could honestly probably just use OTE. Like, if you wanted the most simple ICT trading strategy ever, literally just use your fib. All right, guys, I might get trailed out on this the rest of the way, which I'm kind of fine with because then I'll still end the day slightly green. Not much, though. All right. I'm out. Literally up $600. So I'm out there, boys. Not going to fight this, honestly. And I'm not willing to sit through a huge retracement if we get one. But yeah, here's the two trades from this morning. I am one loss, one partial win that you guys just saw. Up $600 total on the day. Where's my fill here? I got stopped here. So yeah, this was the thought process for shorts. And then just gonna try to get both trades in the screenshot here. And then long OTE. It's possible that I get trailed out and this does play out without me. But I do not do, I mean, drills. What do you mean drills? No, I don't do drills. I don't use RSI. And then, yeah, man, we got FOMC later today. FOMC later today. Yeah, I really don't know how this afternoon is going to look. I would say I'm not going to commit to a live later today, but if you are in the Discord, I will keep you guys updated in there. So hop in the Discord if you are not. I will post if I do go live. I'll post an update if I don't go live as well, just so you guys aren't sitting around like hoping and waiting. But I'll probably be in there. I'll be chit-chatting with you boys and girls around the FOMC event either way. Even if we don't go live, I'll be chit-chatting with you guys in the Discord if you guys are around. But otherwise, guys, yeah, man. Morning of FOMC was bearish initially off that 4-hour, flipped bullish because the 1 hour, the previous 1 hour did what it did. Got a really nice entry and didn't hold it all the way. Obviously trailed out finally after one partial and then trailed out. But yeah, gap fill here. I don't know if I trust it. ES is kind of falling. Dow Jones is falling. So I'm having some trust issues right now. So I wanted to secure the green while I could. But yeah, man, I'll keep you guys updated. Enjoy the rest of your guys' Wednesday. Don't be too big of a degen. Might pay to be patient. If you guys are still holding this long, good luck. I will definitely have my eyes peeled to see if we do hit those targets on this trade. But yeah, appreciate you, boys and girls. If you'd be ever so kind to hit the like button before you hit the dusty trail. And if you want to support the live streams, these are completely for free. And that's because of your guys' support. If you buy a prop firm account and use code Tyler, supports the stream, supports the channel, keeps the streams free, and also gives you the max discount available at the firm of your choosing. So I appreciate you, boys and girls. Enjoy your Wednesday, enjoy your hump day, and I will talk to you, boys and girls, later on. All right? Don't be naughty. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Appreciate you, boys. Peace and love, everybody.
Wake up early, coffee to my lips. Tyler trade streaming, giving us tips. The NASDAQ hustle riding up high. Jones on my playground, never asking why. ICT moves, smart money flows. Precision like an arrow, yeah, that's how it goes. Stop loss is shaking, but I hold my ground. Payouts stacking while the beats pound. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trend line snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trader age every single day. Trendline snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age.